Hello friends, how is this shit getting worse? As you probably have noticed, I haven't been playing as much. It's been demoralizing to see absolute shitters getting stacked with items and characters with no risk, while I had to go through pain to get to my level. Also, I rarely do O-freeze without people directly connecting and griefing runs by countering intentionally. Like for example, look at this shit. Normally there's only 85 people allowed in a realm, so in other words 85 people allowed in Oryx Castle when everyone gets teleported. But in this screenshot, because hackers can directly connect to realms and bypassing the 85 player limit, this Oryx Castle ends up with 108 people, and by the time this player got to the Oryx 2 portal, it was full, so he wasn't actually able to get in, and this is a common occurrence. I interviewed a cheater recently who wanted to test how much they can cheat and get away with it, and the lord of all cheaters voiced him, the one and only Talwar. After seeing this Reddit post, I was really curious. I wanted to verify if this was actually something that happened, and if so, I wanted to ask more questions about the details and his opinion on the situation.
In 90 days, playing 2 to 10 hours a day on a free-to-play account, I have accumulated 200,000 plus total fame across my characters, almost every single Lost Hall's White, missing Colt Ring and Skull, a legendary pet, numerous 8/8 characters in vaults, duped, bought with selling items I obtained, multiple Oryx 3 mini-boss Whites including Horn and Divinity, 0 accidental deaths, all were beneficial to my pet/account, multiple exaltations including an almost exalted character, an abundance of wealth, duplicate items, gift chest items, etc. I reported myself cheating with another account's point of view. I received a 14-day ban, keeping all my progress listed above. PvE or competitive, this is unacceptable. Deca's judgment system is flawed and allows players to abuse hacks for such a massive benefit that can even be permanent. Exaltations, high fame, items, etc.
First thing I asked was, do you think Deca could do a lot more against cheaters?
Yes, Deca has a lot of options now with the arrival of Exalt/Unity. Many things can be passively done to combat cheaters, even heavy things such as hard fixes and a possible anti-cheat.
What could they do that they're not doing?
A stronger stance on cheating. This is a permadeath game. Anyone who can bypass this should have their characters wiped on the first offense or strike. Just makes sense. Should you be able to rob a bank, do the time, then keep the money? No. Implement an anti-cheat or detection. Make using cheats a risk. Deca explicitly stated it would be harder for players to cheat in Exalt, but that doesn't seem to show. Yet. Anyone who dares to cheat has the actual risk of being caught. This reduces the amount of high fame and exalted characters being achieved illegitimately. If this existed, I would never have gotten so far on my experimental account, and ultimately high-end game accounts would be phased out if they attempt to cheat. Use nothing but a player's IGN to detect if they're cheating. Deca should be able to prove on their own end if someone is using hacks, and promptly take action without video evidence. Also, fix boating, ghost realms, and other types of cheats.
If they have been lacking action, do you think that it is mostly due to a lack of awareness, lack of care, or something else?
I believe Deca is aware that cheating is a problem in their game, and they do not lack care, but the resources to take action. Exalt has been out for 3 months, and most of their developers have been creating seasonal content such as RotMG and Oryxmas. I can understand the lack of action, things take time. But customer support and the people who review cheater evidence should be able to do more. Previously stated above, Deca they can, be able to identify if someone is cheating with nothing but their IGN. There is no reason to be lacking this much. Also, customer support has been manipulated so many times. Introduction of the new vault resulted in items disappearing. Players could write a convincing lie with photoshopped evidence and get free items. I didn't get any of my event whites as a drop. I just asked Deca for them and received it. Many other players abuse this. Also, fame-exploited characters are sometimes manipulated into being restored, but that's much harder to do. A great example of the power of AutoNexus is this account called Japan with 4 N's. Look at his fame history. 5 stars, no deaths. This type of person could be stopped and character wiped. This shouldn't be able to happen on a fresh account.
Another example is this account called QHN. At the time of the recording of this video, the account was created 11 days ago, it already has a lot of crazy items, and it has a hidden graveyard. This silly person didn't hide their fame history, which shows that if there's a fame decrease. And of course, if someone dies, it shows a fame decrease in the fame history, but there's no decreases at all. It's been almost 1.5 years since I uploaded a video critical of Deca's acceptance of cheaters. To be fair, they did bring out a list of changes to combat the problem and their much weaker stance at the time, and they did that in response to the video. There was also a number of ban waves afterwards, which is good. However, Deca is still way too lenient. It's been a while since the last ban wave, and a lot of players received unbans anyway. The experience of the cheater I interviewed is quite similar to a part of my original Deca critical video. Since the first video got removed from YouTube and more recently from our most favourite website, the P-Hub, I'll play the best and most relevant part for you guys now. Just over a year ago, the most insane shit was happening in group runs of endgame dungeons. Players were literally dying for no reason at all. This is just one of the video examples. There was massive controversy at the time because people actually thought it was Dekka's fault that this was happening. So players thought maybe that Dekka messed up something in the code that actually led to this. This is what the Redditor said. Dekka, give us answers. I am just really concerned about this bug. I'm not really sure if I want to play after literally watching this happen in front of my face. I want someone from Dekka to acknowledge this bug and say whether or not there's going to be a fix, or even how it happens. It's funny because at this time I actually stopped playing because of this. Yes, we have been looking into this issue vehemently, and we would like to clear up some things. So far it has been impossible to reproduce this issue with the official client of the game. So our advice for staying clear of it is simple, only use the official clients.
Wow.
So what does this mean? Dekka actually acknowledges that these players are cheating, and they've done nothing about it. Now here is where shit gets insane. Do you remember the player Z that we talked about just before? Well, he actually did the crazy thing of reporting himself. This is what he sent to Dekka. I'm reporting myself because I want to quit. Here's a link to a vid of me hacking, crashing and dragging. If you believe that this is a spoof, it's not. My security questions are, and if you are still convinced that this is a spoof, check this email and my past 3 or 4 tickets of you guys. So he tries to give them solid evidence. And here's what Dekka sends back. If you wish to quit the game, our team believes that you will be able to do this without throwing away your progress. In case you actually want your account to be banned, you can contact us with this information and the duration of your ban. So they're just asking for more proof essentially. And then very friendly they say, if you need any additional assistance or would like to make a suggestion, please feel free to contact us at any time. Looking forward to your reply. You know, our good man Z here is in extreme disbelief. He sends this back. So you think I'm not worthy of a ban? I've been using a modified client for the past 4 years of me playing the game. 2 griefing bans didn't stop me from crashing and ruining the fun for other people. I also used to multi-box back in the day, when you would see a multi-box wherever you were. I've also helped develop and I've used dupes in the past. Wow. He essentially admitted to all of the worst possible hacks and exploits a player can use. Our man Z is truly fucked. Let's see how Dekka put him in his place. We are sorry to see you go like this. I have placed a permanent suspension on your account, and it will be lifted if you appeal it later.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back. And it's way down heavy on me, and it's not okay. Can you help me out and just stop this? Please?
Also, to follow up on my previous hacking video, the one about the realm eyes and the discords, the great thing about the video is it achieved the goal that I was going for, which is create more public awareness of how you can easily spot a cheater, and also more public awareness of how much discords exploit cheaters to make their runs faster and more successful. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link down below. I also made a follow-up video to that correcting some mistakes that I made, so before you whip me too hard, make sure to check that out as well. I love Dekka and I know they're trying their best in improving the game, but they should definitely raise their priority on the game's stance against cheating if they want to grow a community that respects them. They should set this precedent earlier than later because the issue would be harder to combat if they continue to sleep on it and it grows. Nevertheless, I have faith that Realm will grow into a bigger game in the future because of the steps Dekka's taking. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, obliterate the subscribe button. I'm returning to streaming on the 2nd of February with a 24-hour stream, so make sure to come check it out. I've been preparing a lot of special things for you guys. And check out Bikuri Box or Talwar. I linked